everyone, I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures and welcome. It's Tuesday and it's new, but I did actually do one last week. I just didn't do it Tuesday, but from now on it'll be every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be doing trash to treasures, which basically means anything that you are throwing out is in your recycling. Pull it out and see what I can do with it and make it into something for your home, for your garden, for your patio, or even to sell. So just bear with me a minute while I try and bring you up on my laptop here, so if there is any comments I might see them easier and I'll be able to answer them. If I do happen to miss any of your comments, I will go in afterwards and I will make sure I answer any questions you have. So if you have any questions as we go along, please put them into the comments. And if you're watching on replay, then please put into the comments #replay. And if you are watching on YouTube or on my website, welcome. And yeah, this is Trash to Treasures Tuesday, and just happens to be really slow internet for some reason today. Hi Melissa, how are you doing? So I'm just going to try and bring this up if I can, and while this is coming up really slowly, I will start getting on with things. So basically what we are going to be doing is using an old soup can. You can use any kind of can that you have, just give it a good wash out, take the label off, and basically this is what we're going to be using. So this is what we're going to be, this came out of the recycling and I washed it up, and I've got 2 of these, and what I have done actually so far is put some holes in. So I've put 2 holes here and 2 holes here. If you've got a drill, use your drill. I'm still not perfectly efficient with a drill or anything that you plug in that's tool related or power tool related. So I just basically used a screwdriver and a hammer and just knocked some holes in because it is only a tin can. So it was pretty easy to do. So what I'm going to be doing is painting this white, and it'll probably need 2 coats. So I'm going to bring you down and let's get going on that first. So hopefully I'll bring you down without dropping you. So bear with me right now as I try and do that. There we go. And I still don't have my laptop up, so let's just come out and see if I can bring it up again. As I say, for some reason internet is really slow today, so hopefully I don't have any issues, but let's see what happens here. So I'm going to get going on painting this white. I'm using chalk paint because I am, oh there we go, I've got it coming up. Let's see if I can click on it. It's going to let me. No, still slow. Anyway, I'm going to paint this with the chalk paint white, and let's get going on that and see if the internet behaves while we start doing that. It may take, as I say, 2 coats, so let's kind of get the first coat slapped on here. And it is chalk paint, so it goes on pretty much anything. If you are doing anything shiny, I would suggest you definitely do 2 coats and do the first coat quite thin and just get that base on there, and that will help you get the second coat on a little thicker, and it will have something to basically adhere to. So I'm going to get this on and let it dry and get on with the next part. I do actually have 2 of these. So this one's already painted, so we'll be able to work with that in a little bit. We'll let that one dry and just get on to the next stage if I can here. As I say, this is Tuesday's Trash to Treasures. So this is also what I have left over from a different project. There's usually 4 of these, and I cut one off for a project I was doing. And it is actually usually black. It's from the Dollar Tree. just kind of little fencing, and I painted it white and put some black and antique wax on to finish it. I didn't do that for this particular project, but it'll work really good for this project. So this is already painted, so I will get on with that. As I say, just bring this up a second, see if this is behaving. It's not, doesn't matter, we can still keep going. So what I want is basically 2 of these. So I'm going to take the 2 end ones and use the middle one to cut so I get it all nicely, and the middle part will be literally just recycling, or maybe I'll find a different project for it. So I use, to cut this plastic easily, I use these tin snips. My husband will probably say, why are you using those tin snips of his on plastic, and be mad at me, but this is what I have that will actually do this. So I'm going to cut basically 2 clear archways is what I want. So let's get going on that while the paint dries and the hopefully Facebook starts, or the internet starts to behave. Oh, sorry, it's a good job it's behind the screens there, because I'm cutting and it's going at you. So let me don't want any flying parts. And it'd be nice to get the comments up, because in case I'm missing any. But let's keep going. I'm not going to worry about it. Life is life, and that's the way it is. Ugh. I'm getting it here slowly, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get going on this. Cutting this off, as I say, just so I get 2 really nice pieces. So I like using the tin snips because it does go through it nicely. Anything else I've had has not gone through it very nicely. So there we have one, and I'll just get a second one down here. Okay. I don't know. Anyways. Part was tough. I'm probably doing all kinds of weird looks while I'm trying to get through it. Get rid of, so this is basically what's left over, and I'm thinking this, I will find maybe something for it, I don't know. But I never get rid of anything. I'm one of those that, I'm not a hoarder. I certainly am not a hoarder. Hello Debbie, thanks for sprinkling, that's really nice of you. Hi Mark, how are you doing? So we have 2 of these now. As I say, I got this from the Dollar Tree, and this is leftovers. So we're doing Trash to Treasures Tuesdays, and right now, starting this week, I'm doing at least 5 lives a week, and Mondays is my thrift stall haul, and basically it's things that I've got from the thrift store. I go through it and pick something to paint. And I did that yesterday, but unfortunately the thrift stores are closed, so I actually used a box of dropped off items and I went through them and found something to paint yesterday. So if you didn't see that after this live, go back and have a look, because that was quite fun yesterday. And then on Tuesdays, as I say, today, this is Trash to Treasures, and finding anything in the trash to make it into a treasure. So let's get on with that, shall we? So I'm going to put that to one side. And let's see if this is dry. It's not quite dry, so sorry, I'm going to have to put the dryer on here, but just get this dry to get a second coat on. second layer. Hopefully it only takes 2 of paint, but when it's a shiny can like this, I like to take my time so it goes on nicely and stays on. If it was more of a wood or a duller object to paint, even with the chalk paint, it would be easy to adhere, but this being a shiny object just takes a little bit more care to make sure it's covered and stays. Alright, just touch it up here. And that's the second coat. I'm going to put that to one side, and I don't think I'm going to need another coat, so I'm just going to put the lid on, but it's right here if I need it. And when you're not using your brush to keep it moist, just put it in a Ziploc bag and then wrap it up, and then you can always wash it out later at the end of the day. So we have this one that is already dry, so I'm going to work on this one first. And basically what I'm going to do is get the IOD Kind Regards stamp. So this has basically got some fancy writing on there, and we're going to stamp, put some permanent ink on the stamp and just have that going wrapping around. We've done this many times before, so you've seen me do it, but if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will see what's happening there. Alright, and if I don't see your comments today, because as I say, internet's really slow today, I will definitely check back and see if there's any comments I missed, and I will answer all your questions. So this is the IOD ink, well used, I use it a lot, it's a permanent ink. So I'm pressing my ink pad, this is my the grey ink, stone grey ink, pressing the ink pad down onto my stamp, which is an IOD stamp. I'm sure I don't need the whole thing, but I'm not quite sure how much I need, so I'm just doing a big chunk of it, making sure it's covered in the ink. And I did actually just put some ink on, so it should be nice and juicy. And take your time on this, because the shape, the roundness of the can, and also it's got the ribble's effect because it is a can. You see what I mean? I just want to take my time and just push along and just make sure that the words come out. So I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle here, and as I say, I'm going to take my time on this and just press down and roll and see how that does. Is it looking good? Just go all the way. Did I get it all? The back I'm not too worried about it anyway, but there we go. We've got the words on this one. And now I just want to dry up this one. So I'm sorry, gonna have to blast it, and we'll do the same thing to this one. It's nice and dry, and I'm going to just make sure I've got juiced up more ink onto here and do the same thing for this one. This is the only stamp I'm using on this. I just wanted to give it a little bit of interest onto the actual can. So when you're not using your ink, make sure you cover it up. You don't want it to dry out. And I can put it up here, and as I say, I'm just going to push it down and push along and just make sure it's really firmly on there because of the creases in the can. I want to make sure the words come out nice. They're not going to be perfect because of the ridges on the can, but as I say, it's more for texture than anything. And there we go. Alright, and you can use a baby wipe to just basically clean off your stamp while it's still quite wet. Also, I find if I'm using the stamp quite a few times in one day, I'll just put it in a little bit of warm water with a little bit of soap and use a baby toothbrush just to get into all the crevices of, especially some of the, like the barnwood stamp, just to get it all completely clean. But you look after your stamps, try and clean them up the best you can. I use these stamps often, so mine are starting to look old, but they still work really well, so you can tell that I have been trying to clean it in between. And that's finished with, so I can put that away. I'll literally put it away because my stamp's all in one drawer here. Now, generally when I'm like tonight or tomorrow, I will actually seal this, but because I don't want to wait for the sealer to actually finish, like to dry and set, I'm just going to keep going and show you how to do this, and I'll seal it again later, okay? So what we're going to be doing is using some zap straps, and I've got some clear ones here which I again took from my husband. I think he knows I have them, and just use 2 on each, and we're literally going to try and use the holes that we put in to zap strap this onto here. So I'm going to try and get this end that you need, I'm going to try and get it in the can, so let me just bear with me on this one. So I'm going to do the bottom one first, if I can come out. I might have to do it a couple of times because I had this idea but I haven't done it before, so bear with me on this. And I'm going to go around this and then go back in, and then hopefully there's enough room in the can for me to get my hand in there and finish this. So let's see. So see if I can do that. It's a little tricky. If not, I'll do it outside of the can, no big deal, but I'm hoping to get the part that's kind of, you don't want to see inside the can if I can. So hold on, let's see if I can do it. If I can maybe lie it down and just get it at the right angle. There, I think I got it. And now I've got to press it all the way down and have it tight. It's in my way. This is fiddly to do, so do as I say, not what I do, maybe on this one. Oh, you can hear it working. As I say, just trying to get my hand in there. And a little tighter. I just actually cut my finger on the can, but that's okay, it's from the inside. It's only a tiny little prick. And push it down and then cut off the excess. And then do the same thing for hopefully the other hole. If I can do that. Fiddly, but I think it will be worth it in the end. I am actually doing this one on the outside, and not just for the reason of I could do it inside, but right now I got a little tiny cut from the can, and I don't want to get the blood everywhere onto what I'm trying to do here. So oh, can I get that? Oh no, that one's not working for me. I have to get another one. Hold on. One of those days today for me, I think. Pull it out, start that one again. The holes are so tight on this, but maybe I should have made bigger holes for it. We'll see. Let's get it again. Fiddly this is. Very fiddly. Get another one. Let's see. Do it this way. Put it through. I'll grab it in a minute. Get in there. I need a second set of hands on this. That's better. Get this as tight as I can. Cut off the excess, not access. And put it in place, and there we have. I think I would have put it maybe lower next time. We'll see if we can get this one lower. Where's my second? Oh, there's my can, and let's get this out the way. Let's see if we can get this one lower. Maybe we'll try and get it lower. Quite fiddly, but this is the fiddliest part, so the rest is simple to do. I think next time I'll just use string. Almost there. Or next time maybe I'll use, you know, the can of corn, the wider cans, so I can actually get my fingers in. Cut off the extra. Last one, guys. Wow. I'm trying to tell you this is simple to do, and I'm like, maybe not. I can do it. Almost there. There it goes. Oh, came out of the hole. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this one better. Oh, no. Do it inside, it's not doing the outside. Oh, This is hard work, guys. But we'll get there. One more. I'm going to do it in. Oh, it's too short. I need a long one. There's a long one. Alright. Let's finish this up. Go around here. I should be an expert at this by now. Go through here. Oh, almost got it first time. Through here. Pull tight. And put it through here. Almost in. And there it goes. Ah, done. Have them both like this. Can you see that? So basically I would find, if I got some here without knocking them over, some plants to put in, whatever you have. I've got some ivy going on here. As I said, maybe put them further down, you know, on it. And let's put that one over here. And put this one in. Push it right down into the can. Need to get some better flowers. I haven't been out. I've been really good. I haven't been out, so this is all the flowers I have. But and then you can hang them on the wall, outside, inside, however you want to do it, on the wall. And then also show you again onto this one. If you've got from the dollar store these, just twist off the ends and then you can just literally push them into your soil next to your plant, put them outside, and then when it's daylight, I don't know if you can see that, but it's shining, you would have that going on. So I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, don't want that to break. So I'm just going to show you here. What I would do next time is maybe attach it to here and go this way so it's further down. So then you see more of the decoration. But this is my first time doing this one, and I would, as I say, get some maybe nicer flowers. But you get the idea, and I will dress them nicely later and show you properly that you just basically got some sconces. You can make sure you put like a good sealer on if you're putting them outside, and put the outside lights in, and you can hang them on the fence or on a wall or something like that. And if you just put in the indoor flowers in, then you would be able to just put a regular sealer on and then just put any plants or lights or something in there. You could also put many holes in and put some little kind of twinkly lights inside and just hang it on the wall too for inside. So there you go. I'm going to bring you back up and then just go over what we did. hopefully without dropping you. You know what it's like. So yeah, it's just basically, as I say, trash to treasures. I would put this lower down and maybe tie it around this part and this part so it's a little bit lower. So I may play with that and fiddle with that later, and then that's just basic idea. It's very simple to do. It's just some white paint, the stamp. Thank you, Denise, that's really nice of you. And then put some flowers in. As I say, if I could get to the store and get some nice flowers for maybe, you know, a nice little plants, but I've got the little bit of ivy here, and there you go, trash to treasures. And I will finish this up again later tonight, and I will display it and take some pictures and show you how it should look. But that was tricky. I even pricked myself on a little bit of the sharpness of the can, but that's okay. They can't always go perfect, especially when you're live, right? And as I say, the internet, I don't know, it's not showing any comments for me. So we'll go back on afterwards, check out all the comments, and if there's any questions or anything on there, I will answer it. And that is my trash to treasures. I will be back again next Tuesday doing something else that is basically in the trash or in the recycling. I'll pull it out and find a way of creating something with it. And as I say, this is the first week this week of doing lives pretty much 5-6 days a week, and I've got different lives each time. So Monday is my thrift haul Mondays, Tuesday is my trash to treasures, and then Wednesdays I will be doing my usual craft time, craft and chat time, chat and craft time that I always do on Wednesdays. And Thursday and Fridays I will be doing a piece of furniture, and it may be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or just Thursday and Friday start to finish, going over a piece of furniture or a paint technique or something a little bit more in depth, and so you can really get into learning and being inspired in doing different paint techniques. So that would be Thursday and Fridays. And then Saturdays I will pop on again and do another live, but that will basically be a recap of the week, showing you things we've made, if you've missed anything, and also what's coming. So that's good timing. My phone just told me it's low battery mode, so I didn't even realize, but anyway, that's okay. I can plug it in now. So thanks for watching, and this one I think it'll be a hit when I kind of cheer it up a little bit, but right now it's still at the miss part, so let's get this kind of looking nice, and I'll do some pictures up and show you later. But it's basic concept of a can on a plastic fence piece from the dollar store. Very simple, very cheap, that anybody could do, but maybe if you're doing it with the kids, you do the cutting part. Take care, and thanks for watching. And if you want to see any of my lives, or if you want to see what's for sale in my store, you can do curbside pickup, and that's on my website, julieseverythingtreasures.com. So you can always go over to there, see what's for sale, because that is completely finished, as in I have all my items for sale. That is itemized and priced, and anyone local to me in Chilliwack, BC, Canada, in that general area, I don't ship. You can buy any of the things that I have created or painted or thrifted, and they are for sale, and you can do curbside pickup, and I keep it as safe and distant as I possibly can, so you would have a scheduled time to pick up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. I do have an idea of a craft to do tomorrow, so I'll have to get that ready. And have a great evening, and thanks for watching, and be safe.